Hey folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Gears of War 2 Colonel Victor Hoffman action figure set by NECA. This casual peek is a request by Born in the 90s Decade. Hang loose there. Now, this figure set is part of the 5th wave of Gears of War figures, and was originally released in 2009. I bought this set through BigBadToyStore.com. They had a clearance sale going on during the early summer. I think it was around 4th of July. And some of the Gears figures were clearanced to, I think it was below $10. And I think I paid about $8 for this set, which is a really great deal. Now, taking a look at the figure here in the package, you can see the Colonel here in your typical Gears armor there. And he also comes with a Lancer, which is pretty neat. Down below, you can see here the people involved in creating the figure, which is really cool. And on the back of the package here, you can see a description of Colonel Victor Hoffman there. And down below you can see other figures from the line. You have Marcus Phoenix, Locust Horde, a Ticker. I believe this is a flamethrower Locust. Then you have the Colonel here, you have a Boomer here, you have a Cyclops here, and I believe this is Carmine on there, or a Cog Soldier on there. Let's go ahead and take this guy out of the package, and we'll be right back. Okay, we have Colonel Victor Hoffman out of the package, and we'll go over the only accessory that came with the figure, and that's the Lancer here. I have it attached to his back here, and you can attach it via peg on the Lancer that attaches to the back of the figure there in the peg hole. And you can see the peg here on the Lancer. Let me just, so I can get that in focus. And the peg is actually removable on there. You can just put it into place, or if you don't want to have the peg on there, you can just leave it removed. And here's the Lancer here. And it's pretty typical Lancer from all of the Gears of Line figures. On there you got the chainsaw here. Get the, I believe, the magazine cartridge there. And also a handle here that swings out. Very delicate handle. You have to be careful you don't actually break it off. I've broken this handle off of several Lancers already, so I'm very hesitant to really play around with this handle here. And I actually just use the peg as a handle itself. If I ever wanted to have a figure grip it through this second handle here, just have them grip this instead of this one here. So, but this is the Lancer on there, and it's pretty grimy and dirty and detailed. It's very nice. It even has a sight. You can see there. It's pretty cool. Taking a look at the Colonel here, and he's actually quite nice. You can tell that through the waves that NECA has gotten better with the figure. They've already been doing a great job with the detail ever since they started doing these figures. But you can really see the improvements in the articulation. And it's very, very nice. And we'll go over the articulation in a little bit. But let's go ahead and just take a look at the details of the figure first. And it's very, very nice. Lots of detail, lots of grime and dirt and weathering. And it's very, very cool. And other than the standard Gears armor that most of the COG soldiers wear. There's just a little bit of touches here and there that NECA has added to the figure to make it stand out, to make this Colonel stand out. Obviously the head is a unique sculpt, but I noticed here they added some little like pouches here on the chest area, and more pouches on the waist area. And I'm not sure if this is a unique mold or not. I'll have to look at my other Gears figures on the back on there. I don't have any very many COG soldiers, so I'll have to see and on there. But taking a look at the unique sculpt here, the head, and you can see the detail on this guy. It's very, very nice. You can see the age that they put into the Colonel here. You can see some of the wrinkles, the crags on his face, and especially on his throat there. Excuse me. It's very, very well done, very well sculpted on there. There's some more wrinkles and crags. You can tell this guy's a tough old bird, and he's also got the hat here, the cap, with the Gears logo on the top there, just similar to the one on the chest there. And you can see that this is a cloth-like cap with the benzene folds on the cap. It's actually very, very nice. I just wish that the cap was removable, but it's not. It looks like it's part of the sculpt of the head there. So there's a profile of the Colonel there. It's actually quite neat on there, and details on the ears. So it's actually very cool. And as I said, the rest of the figure is typical COG armor, but of course you have these little pouches here that were added. It's kind of neat. And some, I don't know if that's unique, a 701 there. It's actually pretty cool. Very, very nice. It's just, I would say, par for the course for a NECA figure on there. You can see some of the straps on the boots there. Then you got the knife, and again, this is not removable. It's part of the sculpt on the knife. It's very neat. You can see the paint that he's gone through the mud. I'd like to say it's mud on there. Very good detailing on there. There's some of the belt on there. Let's go ahead and go over some of the articulation, because that's one thing I noticed. This is my first fifth wave Gears figure, and I noticed right away that the articulation is a lot better than the earlier Gears of War figures. We'll start at the head, as always. The head goes all the way around and barely goes up and down on there, and that's kind of understandable. You got these thick neck soldiers. You really can't do too much articulation other than side to side there. So I just really love the detail on the neck. That's very, very, very nice. The arms, they do go all the way around, and they do go out and in, and the arms swivel at the bicep all the way around. They bend at the elbow quite well compared to the other Gears figures, the older Gears figures. The hands go all the way around, and they do bend up and down. And the hands are pre-posed. This one here as if he was either pointing or gripping the Lancer there. And this one is just a typical half-open pose there. The torso goes all the way around here, and just goes slightly back and forth. No waist articulation. The legs are on a V-cut swivel, so they go all the way around. Let me just get this out of the way here. And they go all the way around in this one as well. Even though they have the pouches here, you could still move the leg pretty much all the way around. At least I think I can. Let me give it a try here. Yeah, you can pretty much take it all the way around. There's a thigh cut on the leg that can go all the way around, The knees bend a lot farther than they did on the earlier figures. And the feet bend up and down on a hinge as well. And they do go side to side a little bit, but the guard prevents it going all the way around. I guess you could if you forced it, because it looks like it's made of a softer plastic around the ankle. As you can see, the articulation is a lot wider in range for this wave of figure. And I also noticed that it's not as stiff as the earlier figures. The earlier figures, you really had to really push and pull just to get the articulation going at the cuts, mainly because of the paint that's dried in the joints. But this one is you still have to push and pull a little bit, but not as hard as the earlier Gears figures. So overall, this is a very nice Colonel Hoffman figure. I really like it, especially with the added articulation, the easier movement of the joints, and hopefully a lot stronger. Hopefully won't break as easily as the earlier figures. So, but I do recommend getting the Colonel Hoffman figure. He seems to be the cheaper of the Gears figures, at least from Wave 5. I noticed that he's always on sale. I don't understand why, because this looks like a very nice figure. And especially with the added articulation on here. So I recommend picking him up, especially if you can find him at a really great price, like I did. So, but this is my casual peek into the Gears of War 2 Colonel Victor Hoffman action figure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.